What is happening, USKMA affiliates? Will Schneider, Team Elite here in Kentucky. Just got out of the gym, was under the weather for a few days, back at it, sweating it out, going to a concert tonight. Anyway, we're getting ready to open number 5, Elite 5. And, I figured I'd kind of go through kind of some of the checklist stuff we're doing. What I would recommend you do is, of course, when you open up a new place, you have two options, right? You can either open from the ground up, meaning that you put a flag down and you spend all the money, which right now is costing me it'll be right at 100 grand to open it, and I'll give you the line item here in a minute. Or you can open up as a club and work your way up, right? I've done both. Well, the third way, I guess, would be to buy someone else's school, and I've done that too. I've done that, I think, twice now. So 3 ways of opening a gym, a dojo, whatever it is you call it, right? Whatever your culture is. Whichever way works best for you and your budget, right, is obviously the way to go. So for me, when I open up a new place now, what I do is I just go in just like a franchise. I plant my flag and I say, hey, here we come, get to know the area, learn the area, all those good things. So for us, we go after families and adults. So for us, we just got flyer approval in one of our school districts here for every school in the whole county. Okay, that is huge. It's actually one of the top growing counties in the state of Kentucky. So that's really huge that we got approval. And we'll be putting flyers out, full color, nice, classy, double-sided flyers. We'll be putting those out really soon in the schools, about 3 times, double-sided. So we're hoping to get a lot of pre-sales. Now, pre-sales, let's talk about that real quick. A lot of people do it differently. Basically, pre-sales means that you probably waive or cut the down payment quite a bit, or your joining fee, whatever that is. But they have to fill out the membership, and then they have to buy something, right? Like the starter kit or what have you, but they have to be committed. A lot of people think, hey, I sold like a trial or something like that, or I have a free trial. Those count as pre-sales. No, pre-sales means actual memberships. Now, if you're doing paid trials and they're like a 4 or 6 week, okay, I get that. It's a little more skin in the game. I get that. And anyway, for us in our pre-sales, what we'll do on that is once we start getting close to open, we'll do our intros either at the facility, one-on-one, or else we'll do it at one of the nearest locations. That's how we'll do a pre-sale. And then we'll give them the option, hey, you can either sign up today. Well, they'll sign up today, but you can either start today at one of our existing locations, and then once the other one opens, we'll transfer you over to your home location. Or option B, if you don't want to do that, fine, sign up today, and then once we open, we'll notify you, and that's when billing will start. Okay, assuming they don't pay in full. So we'll do that. Other things to me, I like to, again, go in and just open now, place our flag and just do it. Now let's talk about budget, okay? And then I'll go to budget, and I could talk for hours in this subject. I'll go over budget on build out, but then I'll also go over the other 2 options too. Open up a place. And then if you got questions, let me know. So for budget for me now with supply chain, and I'm not going to name Biden or anything, but supply chain issues and this and that, it's costing me 50 to 70 grand to do a build out. Okay, the new place I have is 3,000 square foot. Used to be a doctor's office. Yes, we're ripping out a bathroom, which is sacrilegious, I know. So anyway, we'll be doing all that good stuff. And then we have the build out. So I'm looking at about 50 grand to 70 grand to build out, not including the Fuji mats, which I'll probably get Zebra this time. They're both good. Not to include all the Rev Gear kick shields, all the tombstones, all the Muay Thai pads, all the mirrors, right? The paint job, all my after school room stuff. Oh yeah, and buses too for after school. So not to mention window graphics, which I just got a nice bid on that. Sign, which we bought. And so for me, when Bill Clark says to open up a school, a full-blown school, and you can say what you want about his quality, but his quantity of school is undeniable. He says about 100 grand, and he's right. And you're assuming it's fully staffed, and you're building from the ground up. So that's about right, 50 to 100 grand at least. Now, if you're doing your own build out, cool. If you have a smaller space, cool. You might be able to do it for less. Now, the other 2 options, opening a new place, would be to buy someone else's, which is not a terrible idea at all. Just understand you're probably going to have a lot of turnover, okay? And then the third option, of course, is to start as a club, right? A couple nights a week at a gym, at a church, something like that. I've done a few of my schools that way, and then work your way up. And you could do that while opening your new school, right? I know guys have done that. Well, they'll start for 6 months or something, in a church or a club, and then they get a clientele build up, they get a cash flow build up, and then they go open up their retail space. So totally up to you and what your goals are. The biggest thing, guys, is don't worry about keeping up the Joneses. All right. Worry about what works for you. Okay. I know guys that make more money on one school than I might make net profit on my soon to be 5 schools. So you got to do what works for you, what works best for you, and understand too that when you open up a business, it is a business. And also understand too that when you're closed for business, you're closed for business. And then the last thing I'll say too is make sure you price yourself accordingly. I do not want to be the cheapest guy on the block. I'd rather be in the middle towards the high end. If my game's on point really good, my staff's really good, and I know my place is better than the other guys, then I won't be top. I won't be the top price guy. Now you don't want to be ridiculously overpriced, but people will look at you, and if they see that you're within $5-10 of the competition, cool. Now if you're the only game in the area, well, cool, you get to set the price. Let's talk about pricing real quickly. Whenever I did the pricing for our programs in some of the new places, I would call it the CrossFit gyms, and I would just ask them what they're charging. And then we priced ours somewhere around that. Okay, if there wasn't like a good karate school in the area, after school is easy. But if it's, if you're looking for Krav Maga pricing, call CrossFit up and see what they're doing. But again, I'll go back to this. I'm gonna finish up now. Make sure you're open for business. If you're only open like twice a week, okay, then that's a little different. So some guy may be less price than the other guy, but maybe he's only open Tuesdays and Thursday nights. Okay, well, that's a little different, right? So look at your pricing, look at your menu, make sure that you're offering plenty of stuff. What I've seen that works well scheduling wise is Monday through Thursday and nothing on Friday. And then if you want to do Saturday mornings, assuming you have someone else do it, not you, that way you're not getting burned out, go right ahead. At my 5 dojos, we don't do Saturdays unless it's a birthday party or a special event. I want my guys to have some recharge time. So anyway, there's kind of an insight on opening a new gym, dojo, and your 3 options on how to do it, and a little bit on budget. You got questions, let me know. Hope you guys are doing well. We'll see you sometime this year.